Today's video is for compact SUV lovers and we're checking out the updated Kia Sonet. The small SUV segment is oversaturated, but for some weird reason car manufacturers are still launching new compact SUVs. We now have the GAC M-Co and M-Zoom, Jetto Dashing, Mahindra XUV 3XO, Citroen C3 and many more. The most disappointing part is that some of the new SUVs look like cars we already have, and some have questionable designs. Based on the trends I've observed in the market, I wonder who's gonna buy those cars. The 3XO is actually not bad, but does pummel up. Today we're talking about the Kia Sonet. Welcome to another video. In front, the updated Sonet looks good, and the most noticeable change is the headlamp design. Everything else is pretty much the same. This is the previous model, and we are now looking at the facelift. You only get LED daytime running lights in the mid-spec EX and top-of-the-range model. With the LX, everything is just halogen. And the only nice thing with halogen lights is that they are extremely cheap to replace. But when it comes to illumination, they are terrible. On the side, they slapped some nice wheel caps. From a distance, you'd be convinced the car has proper alloys. But unfortunately, you only get alloy wheels if you are prepared to spend more than 411,000 rands on a Sonet. With 392,000 rands, you only get wheel caps. And I'm not going to complain too much because they kind of look good. If you're a spirited driver, this car is not for you, and I'll tell you why. But before we get to performance, let's talk about the interior. The build quality is quite good, even though almost everything here is plastic. The instrument cluster is partial analog, partial digital, and the 8-inch infotainment unit has wireless Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. The only thing I don't like is that the system is a bit laggy. But if you've never experienced a smooth system before, you won't notice the lag. There's a reverse camera with some guidelines, but the image quality is not impressive. I'm happy that there's still some physical aircon controls, even though the layout looks weird. This is way better than aircon functions that are buried in the infotainment unit. For the front passengers, there's 2 cup holders, Type A and C USB ports, 12-volt socket, and some phone storage. If you need extra space, there's a storage under the armrest, and you can also utilize the door pockets. The seats are nice and comfortable, and I like the partial leather, partial fabric trim. Overall, the interior looks good. The only flop is that this 392,000 rands car only has 2 airbags and there's no cruise control. With cars like Toyota Starlet Cross, you get 6 airbags and cruise control for less than 390,000 rands. If you want cruise control in a Sonet, you have to buy the EX model, which starts from 412,000 rands, but you will still only get 2 airbags. If you also want 6 airbags, you have to go for the EX Plus and pay 455,000 rands for a Sonet. With 455,000 rands, you can get a Seltos with less than 1,000 kilometers on the clock. This is the legroom when I'm not sitting behind my driving position, and the rest seats are good for 2.5 passengers, and they'll enjoy the Type C ports and some cool air. All in all, the interior is not bad. I can live with this car. Boot space is 385 liters, and you get some tools and a full-size spare wheel. In terms of performance, the car I'm driving is powered by a 1.5 liter natural aspirated 4-cylinder engine producing only 85 kilowatts and 144 Newton meters of torque. Kia claims it moves from 0 to 100 in 10.3 seconds, and the top speed is 175 kilometers per hour. And before you complain, the maximum legal speed in SA is 120 kilometers per hour, so think about that for a second. There's a 6-speed manual for those who prefer a car with 3 pedals, and it has a claimed average fuel consumption of 6.6 liters per 100 kilometers. If you want to change gears yourself, you have to take the CVT, and it has a claimed average fuel consumption of 6.2 liters per 100 kilometers. During my time with the car, I averaged around 8.2 liters per 100 kilometers, mostly city driving. My first experience with CVT was in a Corolla Cross, and I hated it because I approached it with the wrong mentality. CVTs are not for spirited drivers because they are only smooth and enjoyable when we are driving like a normal person, especially with city driving. If you drive like a Formula 1 driver, stay away from CVTs because the engine noise will annoy you to death. If you need some more oomph, there's a 1-liter 3-cylinder turbo variant producing 88 kilowatts and 172 Newton meters of torque. I experienced the 1-liter turbo engine in a Hyundai Venue, and it was nothing to write home about. But if you're not a petrol head, you'll definitely love it. The nice thing about compact SUVs is that they can handle some gravel roads. But it's very important to know where to draw the line because these jacked up hatchbacks are not off-road vehicles. Hyundai recently dropped prices and you can now get a Venue 1-liter turbo for 420,000 rands. And Kia wants 437,000 rands for a 1-liter turbo Sonet. The driving experience is completely the same. As Sonet is not a performance car, so this 1.5 LX gets the job done at only 392,000 rands. If you finance a 392,000 rands car for 5 years with no deposit and no balloon payment at an interest rate of 12%, we are looking at an installment of plus minus 8,815 rands. Insurance-wise, I got a quote of 1,369 rands from Naked. And there's no need for paperwork and phone calls. You can just get Naked anywhere using the Naked app. And if you want to stand a chance to win a 100,000 rands getaway to anywhere in the world, simply get an insurance quote from Naked using the link in the description before the 6th of October 2024. Just follow the link for more details. And good luck. In the used market, low mileage 2024 Sonets are going for around 350,000 rands. And if you go for a pre-facelift model, you can get one from as little as 290,000 rands. The Kia Sonet comes with a 4-year 60,000 kilometer service plan and a 5-year unlimited distance warranty. And that's impressive cover. Today my job ends here. Let me know what you think about the Sonet in the comment section. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the channel for more car content in a Mzansi context.